What's good? It's your girl Iris, and I'm back at it again. Back at it again. You feel me? I hope you feel me, because I gotta get this message out before I forget. First things first, the first thing you think of doing should be the thing that you put your energy into, because your intuition is that strong right now. Okay? There was another one, but somebody's stomach may be feeling or may have felt weird this week. I'm hearing it's time to pray. Okay, fine. There's definitely somebody probably giving you evil eye, or actually doing, intentional work on you. I call intentional work anything from evil eye to actual spell work. So we just gonna get right into it. I just want to ask my father, my mother, my spirit team, the divine, my Father Almighty wants to say something. Okay. The divine, Archangel Michael, please protect us in this reading. Archangel Gabriel, please facilitate this reading. Ancestors closest to the sun, please allow this reading to be for clarity. Ashe. It is done. Oh, this is about to be an interesting reading. Hold up, wait a minute. I need to start doing like pre-shuffles so it don't take me too long to get into it. Let's see what's going on. We're gonna get to that in a second. Ergo? Like, what? What's ergo, spirit? I don't know what ergo means, but it's like ergo, life lessons, listening to yourself. Okay, so the lessons that you've gone through. But what is ergo? Maybe that's significant. I don't know. One step at a time. I see the mountain ahead and decide and dedicate myself to taking one small step at a time. I make progress by staying focused on, ergo, one step at a time. So you're starting to realize that, okay, everybody got, at first people say, oh, it's this little voice in my head. I should have listened to it. And then there's other people be like, oh, God told me. Which, I mean, if you could tell the difference. But, I don't know. I feel like when God's speaking and when your intuition's speaking, it's one and the same, but different at the same time. But, so, I feel like you're just realizing that you can trust yourself. Yeah. And if you think shit is real now, or it was real before, get ready. Elevation, exactly, bro. I haven't finished reading the first one. I make progress by staying focused on the present moment, the current task. Thus, I regain my ease of living. And looked at, I was talking about the solar trust. I trust life and my strengths. And that's what I was feeling like. that gut feeling, trusting yourself. All right, say less. Hold on 1 secundo. I need to turn on my sacral candle on me. I got to go on. Hold up, wait a minute. Okay, and I was thinking of the root. Oh, we got the root chakra, I'm hearing crown chakra. Because this looks more like an indigo. It's giving me crown chakra. I free myself from fear and trust the universe. I direct my thoughts to the beauty inside and around me. I use my spiritual strengths and knowledge to create light, and I rise above all doubt. I was thinking about the root. 555 on the clock. I was thinking about the root before I started this video. Something was trying to stop me from starting this video. Ooh, child, so yeah, I gotta do some cleansing, okay? Cause you coming to a point where I'm hearing unstoppable. Like your kindness, your true self, your well-being is making you unstoppable to the things around you. Like nobody practices the way you practice living life around you. And I feel like that was meant to happen that way too. It's giving me like monk of the city type vibes, and I've been really like hearing that a lot lately, like stuff like that. Like there was this lady meditating in a middle of a city, and they was saying like in like the info, I guess it was an infomercial or something, and they was saying like one person meditating can change the frequency or something like that of the whole city. And what I'm feeling like is nobody like you in your city type. And I feel like the story with Jesus having to leave his own city because nobody would even like recognize him. I feel like that will, and that story might come up for you or something of that nature later on in your journey. But it's given those type of vibes, like that's what it's heading towards. Like you're really getting into a mindset that nobody really has like that, and it's really rare to find. And not that you're gonna be incubated, but it's almost like you're gonna be, you're kind of gonna be incubated by the by spirit to, because you're precious. Like it's like a preemie out here, but you're not really. Yeah, it's like a prenatal. It's something. What I'm trying to say is that you have more power than, like, the power isn't uncontrollable. Like you're actually controlling power that you don't even realize you have. So it's like you're incredibly powerful, but you don't even realize the power. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, that's what I'm getting while I'm cleaning up these ashes. Like you're an alchemizer. So you basically breaking shit down. You don't let emotions scare you, and that's like, it's like if you was to be like a bodybuilder in the spirit, like you'd be swole like this. But like what I'm thinking is the point that makes you a preemie is that you don't have the knowledge. Because I was thinking like you're a bodybuilder, but bodybuilders are kind of dumb. Not saying you dumb or nothing, but that's the energy I'm getting from thinking of that. And it does go along with what we're talking about. So, and I can't make this shit up right now. Like, one step at a time. Elevation. Just trust that it's going to happen the way it needs to happen. I don't even think I read elevation. I free myself from fear and trust the universe. I direct my thoughts to the beauty inside and around me. I use my spiritual strengths. What I said? I can't make it up. I'm literally just talking and the cards is here. So, listen, just listen. Okay, my spiritual strengths and knowledge to create light. Okay, I use my spiritual strengths and knowledge to create light. And I rise above all doubt. Trust. And this is thoughts. Like, I said this was the crown. I was going to just say, like, oh, it's purple. It's the third eye. But I looked at it and I said, no, crown. This is talking about your crown. This is your thoughts. How you're allowing your mind to settle. It's like you're such a strong alchemizer that you actually like instead of actually, I'm not, disclaimer, I'm not a doctor. I personally do not like pills, but I do believe that, if you gotta take them, you gotta take them. I mean, you just got to. But, so, cause they just trying to make money off of that stuff. So whatever. Anyway, but instead of actually having to take a pill, it's like you're actually healing from within. You're tapping into. Oh, you're probably a healer too. Okay, so you tapping into your healing power in a sense where you probably don't even realize it's just naturally happening because it's your instincts for it to happen. It's like a spider doesn't have to go through a spiritual transformation to know how to weave a beautiful web and catch food. You know what I'm saying? It just does it. Like, I think you've been calcified for so long. Whatever you've been doing in the last, I'm hearing 6-7 months. Some of you might have been years actually, like ongoing, off and on, like realizing something about life and then taking it back and then realizing something different about life and then like not really caring and boom, 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 back and forth. That's why you so swole. That's what's up. Okay, well, I just channeled off of 3 cards and felt like that was significant too. That was definitely very significant because I was so ready to just pick up the tarot cards. Okay. And clean up your areas too. That was another thing. All right, we're going to get the tarot out. 1 second. Something about your throat chakra as well. Yeah. So, throat chakra is blue. Yeah. This was sticking out too. That's so crazy. Spirit's working. Cause I'm think about the throat chakra and I think it is blue. Yeah. Thinking about the throat chakra before I started this reading. The 555 came up in the beginning on the timer. 555 was on the frequency music that I put on before I started this reading. And every time I put on that frequency reading, right before I was gonna meditate before I started the reading. My throat felt like, attention, right? And then I put on the one that I went to meditate to and it went away. But when I put it back on, again, attention, and 1441 on the clock. There's something you want to say. Or there's there's a way you want to speak. You're supposed to teach. You're supposed to teach ways of living, ways of life, how to live, however you came out of whatever you came out of, that's what you're supposed to teach others. Basically. What is, okay, so, all right, bet. So what is this that the collective needs to teach? Okay, let's have to take my, come on, I want to use my deck. Obedience definitely is a big one. I feel like somebody's really about to start like a very like general, like you're a chief general in the spirit type of journey. Like and you're at the precipice, like you're at the beginning of that thing. We're gonna see what's up. Okay. All right, what are the messages? Okay, you're gonna teach about love and partnerships. That's 2 of Cups just came out. And okay, so the things that you went through, the warfare that you went through, the how you, what it was for, how you came out of it, what you learned in it, why it was needed, why these things happen. You know, you're going to learn more about empaths and narcissists. You're going to learn more about those things and, you know, what philosophers or theologists think of it, how those things affect the mind, what you do. And in doing this, it's going to fix your energy to where you're not going to need for anything. Like, you're going to be taken care of because you're taking care of others. Like, you are embodying, like, the Gaia energy, like, in doing this. 11 may be significant. 13 may be significant. And 33 may be significant. So I'm getting, like, you've completed the realm of your life where you didn't know no better in this aspect. So this aspect, you've got your doctorate basically, in almost in a sense, like swole, but you just need the you need to properly analyze why these things happen and why the human psyche does these things. Because it's not all always just straight spiritual. Like, the spiritual has everything to do with it, but in order, as a human being, you do have a reason why you do things as well, whether it's a spirit igniting that within you or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, so why does a narcissist think like this? What is happening in their mind when that happens? You know, like stuff like that. Why does an empath do this and sabotage themselves? What is happening in their mind? Why? You know? Mm-hmm. And to be strategic about it too. Like, make sure you're trying even the smallest things. But it's not to say like, oh, you have to do it. But what I'm trying to say is, like, if you really want to help people and you really want to ignite these flames within you that bring a certain kind of power and hope and understanding and zest for life beyond human understanding, if you really want that, you would listen, is what I'm hearing. And you would do what you're told. No, but for real, it's in a loving, kind way. Like, but do what you're told. Like, that's like how else are they supposed to say? Like, you're supposed to just know what to do. So when you're being told what to do, you still have free will, but do as you're told, because this is stuff you're doubting so much stuff that you're fucking up your manifestations. Oh, so that's where the zestiness came from your spirit, guys. Because I feel like mine's be getting with whoever's here and be like, yo, yeah, yo, what's good? Like, oh, we got the same spirit guys or something? Nah, I don't think so. Some people got different ancestors. We may have, like, I feel like there's levels. Like, there's some for specific avenues, there's some for specific people, there's some for specific countries, there's some for specific continents, there's some for specific planets. Like, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. Okay. I feel like real life also, like, brings that out as well. Like, in understanding, like, games themselves, represent how to play life. Schools represent how to live through life, or the life that was orchestrated for us. What was the other thing? Movies, they're there to show you the beginning and end of a tower. But and you're starting to really realize that you're not a pawn. You're a big dog, ace, coon, goon in this building. Like, you're really like. Hold on, I just want you to see how these cards just. You got the Ace of Swords with the Hermit and the Three of Wands. Like, you're like, yeah, I'm not crazy. I know what the fuck I see when I see it, and I seen that shit, and I seen that, and I know what the fuck that is. And I know what? I'm hearing Metatron. You on some like... Oh yeah. You on some like, now I know that my thoughts and my being and my intentions, what I do, is going to map out what I want. The problem is that people want what they were programmed to want. That's not the original programming. That's why shit be fucking up. People want certain things that are not a part of their original program. There's nothing wrong with shiny cars and things like that and all that stuff. But if that's your focus, that's messing up the frequency. That's not your original programming. You've been programmed to think that way. I'm not about to go on a tangent, because I've really realized that something that you're passionate about is not always what other people are passionate about. Sometimes what people are passionate about, let them say what they're passionate about. You feel me? Let them talk about what, because you have the tenacity and the, what's that word? Attention span to actually listen to people's feelings, what they go through. Sometimes it may feel like you don't get that back. Like, it's almost like you start talking to somebody and it's like they allow their attention span to just take them wherever. Like, that's how you know somebody be on their phone way too much, if they can't even focus when you telling them something that's bothering you. They be on their phone way too fucking much. Another fucking programming. That's a download right there. I'm gonna have to watch this video back for real, because that's a download right there. I feel like that was like a masculine ancestor, but we're going to move on. Somebody's family member may have spoken like that. Somebody's family member gave you some words of wisdom, and you're finally really catching on to what they're really saying, like really getting it now. It's like, oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. When Jesus walked. When Jesus walked. When Jesus walked. When Jesus. Oh, you thought I was going to rip it, right? You thought, thought I was going to riff. I can't even riff. Yo. These came out in reverse. So what that say? You got the judgment coming out. You stepped into your divinity, or you're stepping into it on like 10 toes down in cement. Like when people say they woke, they ain't woke to this. They woke to something. I ain't gonna say they not woke. We ain't gonna start talking about, oh, people not woke. There's people that know half of what they're talking about. And that's good the fuck enough. Damn. I'm talking about, oh, they ain't woke. Yeah, but they're dumb. You could say that, but you can't say they're not woke. There's stuff they see that you don't see. You know, what the Bible talk about, the gifts come before the prosperity. Okay. I went on a tangent again. I don't know what these tangents are for today, but we're gonna get into it. All right. Yep. Your mindset, it's like crashed portals of the enemy. Evil is like evil. Oh my goodness, evil. I just keep seeing evil. The word evil. But it's like the E is upside down, but it's not. These are distorted people that had the ability to change their life around. Dang, Spirit, that's how you give out messages. Somebody also wants to know that. Somebody also wants to know. Okay, somebody wants to know how you know about like how to understand your gifts. All right, so everybody's different. I think the best way for you to understand is that everything around you works for you. When that really clicks, when you really realize that once you're tapped in, literally everything around you works for you. That's why you notice readers, they'll be like, oh, like somebody coming to the door that has something to do with the reading, or like whatever the person said that came to the door has something to do with the reading, but that person is oblivious. It has nothing to do with the reading that came to the door. You know, stuff like that. So just paying attention, looking at your experiences and your thoughts from a bird's eye view, from your higher self's perspective. I want to say that you are your higher self. For some of you is what I'm getting. For most of you, you are becoming your higher self. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, because I can't just be like, oh, like, well, if you are becoming, I gotta say what it feels like. You know what I'm saying? And my eye just jumped. humility is a big thing here as well, because there was people that were doing a whole lot of outright stuff. People, person, place, group, whatever the case is, were doing some outright dirty shit to you behind the scenes. Stemming from, some of y'all witchcraft, some of y'all just intentional, some of y'all rumors, some of y'all all three, some of y'all more than that. Like, this was a setup that, to the point that if they was to win, that would be a victory on their part and they would get a reward. But you played on, or you leaned towards the winning team. You leaned towards the winning team. And you was like, nah, I'm about to rock with good intentions in my heart. Thank you. Oh, you wanted to destroy me? Okay, you could try. I could play destroyed. I could be destroyed for a little bit if you want, make you feel better. But nah. Somebody really played with your psyche. Somebody really played in your fucking face. I'm sorry, talking like that. Pride was the killer of this situation. So this is a job for you to do. Supernatural job. You are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. True worth is measured by character, not accolades. So, like I was saying, like, the fact that you think with a mind of you probably just don't want to, like, deal with debt, or, like, worrying about, like, oh, I can't buy this, or that, or whatever the case is. You just want a civil life. Like how you see well-paid, comfortable people live. You just want a civil life. You want to be well-paid. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to be well-paid. But because you have that mentality and you don't have a lack mentality, and you look at negatives as, how do I make this a positive? You don't hit a negative with a negative. That messes up the charge. That messes up the frequency. You hit the negative with a positive, and that joint actually magnetizes you even more every time. So that is how your mind is actually creating this. You're doing this for yourself. This is your hard work and dedication. Don't give it up. I'm hearing don't give it up to God, but it's not on that sense where don't give it up. Like, you're always grateful. But understand that this was because you have free will to not do the things that you've done. The way you move, the way you control your mind. You could have stopped that at any time. At any time. I'm getting lazy with my words. I feel like whoever is joining this collective, or the fact that the collective is getting stronger, it's doing a little something to me. But it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing. I believe it's a good thing. And what you believe in is the most powerful thing. Remember, if you don't believe it's going to happen, it could still happen. But if you're manifesting something, don't rely on, oh, it could still happen. Because that's something that your energy is focused on. And if you connect a negative with a negative at any point, subconsciously, whatever. You're going to mess up the frequency of that manifestation. That was all a channel message, because that's not stuff that I study. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's insane. All right, let's go. Ace of Pentacles. I seen you peek out. Did I lie? You're creating your own blessings. And these came out at 35. That's 88. That's abundance. You're creating your own abundance just by the way you think. That's it. That is it. And like I said, it don't have to do with fancy cars and shiny things. Because there's a lot of people that got that don't have true abundance. Okay. Money is energy. And you're not programmed to be susceptible to another man's program. You are divine. You are handcrafted by the divine. I'm not making this up. That's crazy that those two just came out like that. What else? Eight of Cups. Yeah. Like, you literally allowing yourself to step into this boss mode mentality, dragon style, I'm protecting my peace, boundary setting. And you doing it so elegantly still. With the Eight of Cups coming out. Three Wands. Because you knew, you saw. And that was the Three Wands twice. Hold on. I need it again. There you are. Yep. You seen what was going to happen. You seen the blessings that you could create for yourself. You figured out that your thoughts control your reality. And it's not so instant. It is not so microwavable, bro. Like, and that's part of the programming that they've given us as well. Like, every step of the way, everything that you say, everything that you do has to be about you. What you're trying to expand on. How do you get better? That's an everyday, throughout the day hobby practice. You know, that's something that you do like as much as you breathe. Yeah. Maybe not that excessive, but you know, like you know, like it is just as important, but it has its own pace. And you're like, you're starting to realize that, but you may have needed somebody to like explain it in a different way. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. That's incredible. What else? 40 minutes we've been in here? How? What? 4 Wands. Yeah, we closing it out right there. Closing it out right there. Yo, my deeper readings are always like 40 minutes. Dang, 40 minutes. Where did we go 40 minutes? Oh, we did stop. But we stopped at 13. 13:33. You completed something. 13 is completion. 13 is completion, I believe rebirth, if I'm not mistaken. All right, let's get it. Let's go. I'm going to end it there. Okay, one more animal. Okay, one more animal that we gonna get out of here. Then we gonna get out of Penguin. Authentic. Only because you're being yourself. Yeah. Don't forget that. Be yourself. You're being yourself. Do that. Do that. Do that. Reach out to your tribe in times of need. Family gives you strength when you face the storm. Love your uniqueness. You are full of surprises. Break free from others' expectations. Just be yourself. For 4044. I heard 1444. Love your energy. Love, 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 love it. Okay? All right. I'm going to head out because I have to take a liquidation deposit. Keep being beautiful. Keep doing your thing. You're doing a great job. Okay? I love it for you. I'll be back at another time. And on that note, later.